Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
Shelley, Garnet, Sydney, and Aaron, and all other family members, our collective thoughts and deepest condolences are with all of you. A few housekeeping items before we begin with the service. If you've not already done so, please ensure that you have silenced your phones and other devices, and please refrain from using them until the service is complete. Immediately after the service, the family will be going to the Dawson Creek Cemetery for interment. You are welcome to join the family. Following the interment, the family warmly invites you to join them in the lunchroom for some tea and light refreshments. We've come together to celebrate the remarkable journey of a life lived with kindness, strength, grace, and immense love. In this moment of remembrance, let us find comfort in the collective embrace of each other. Let us cherishing the beautiful memories and the indelible mark left by a soul who touched our lives in so many enriching ways. Let us begin this service with a spirit of unity, love, and a deep sense of gratitude for the time we were privileged to be with and share with Esther Kimber. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she'll come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that she has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or it can be full of the love you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live only for yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of the yesterdays you shared with her. You can remember her and only that she's gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. Welcome to all of you in attendance. We have come here today with full hearts to pay respect and to celebrate the life of Esther Kimber. My name is Manuela Ricci, and I'm humbled and honored to be entrusted to serve as the MC for our time together, honoring Mrs. Kimber. Esther Kimber, or Mrs. Kimber, as she will always be to me. I first met Mrs. Kimber almost 46 years ago when I became forever friends with her daughter, Shelley. From the very beginning, she always made me feel seen, heard, and welcomed in her home, as I'm sure she did for all of you in attendance. She never missed wishing me a happy birthday or acknowledging the milestones, both good and bad, in my life or in the life of my family. It always filled my heart to receive a card, a phone call, or more recent years, a text providing me with an update and filled with hearts and other various emojis, most often flowers. Although it did not happen often, when I did come to Dawson Creek, I was always drawn to visit with her. I never left her home feeling empty. Each visit always ended with a hug, a wave from the window as I drove away, and a stack of crochet dishcloths and pot holders. I'm sure more than a few of you have these handcrafted gems in our homes. There are no words to express the mixture of feelings that surrounds each of us here today. We gather here to acknowledge that Esther Kimber, Mrs. Kimber, Mom, Grandma, has touched us, our lives, and it has left a huge imprint on our hearts. I would like to formally begin the service by inviting Jim Ma, a longtime friend of the Kimber family, to come up and pay tribute to Esther Kimber.
Thank you, Manuela. About a week and a half ago, Shelley contacted me and asked if I would do this. And of course, there's always a bit of apprehension, but it's also very gratifying that she thought enough of me to give me this role. So thank you very much, Shelley. Esther Engstrom Kimber. Esther was born on April 5th, 1942, in Vanderhoof, BC. She lost her mom at an early age. Esther was raised by Naomi and Ed Engstrom. She also lived with her sister Ruth Nelson. Her siblings were Ruth, Dolores, Dave, Leon, and Bob. Esther was raised and grew up in Vanderhoof, where she attended school. You have to excuse me, I had to refer to my notes. My memory isn't what it used to be. Esther met Ray Kimber, dated, fell in love, and eventually married Ray. They shared many common interests over the course of their marriage. They loved to dance, go camping, traveling, and visiting. They enjoyed four-wheeling with their friends Linda and Wayne Johnson. Ray and Esther often went out to Clayhurst, riding on the ferry and visiting the Nelson family to visit Ruth and Roy and all the grandchildren. Esther and Ray also took many trips to Calgary, as well as a memorable trip with just the girls to Oregon with Auntie Florence. The family also visited often with Ray's side of the family in Prince George, Hope, Mission, and Chilliwack. Esther had a special bond with her grandma Evelyn Schrock and would often visit her on the farm in Hudson's Hope, as well as when she moved to Dawson Creek. Esther had many jobs besides being a mother. She took a hairdressing course and would often cut Shelley and Garnet's hair when they were younger. She worked at Bing's Furniture, and that is where I first met Esther, as I was working there too. I think I was about 12 years old when I first met Esther, working at the store. She also worked at Lux Cleaners. However, the job that she loved and retired at was as a housekeeper on the maternity floor of the local hospital. She made many friends working at the hospital and maintained her friendship after retirement by having weekly Tuesday coffee dates with her hospital girls. How many of the hospital girls are here? Okay, quite a few. Great. Esther entertained a multitude of visitors at the family home, as people were often dropping by for coffee. Shelley and Garnet's friends would also use the home as a meeting hub. It was often that their friends were found napping on the couch. Earl? I guess this is what happens when people feel comfortable and welcomed. Esther loved going to the car show. They had a big 3-day car show at the co-op. And I lost my place. And they would often go on Fridays and Sundays. And Shelley was saying that at least every year it seemed like it would rain. What day was that, Shelley? On Fridays?
Fridays.
Friday night it would always rain. Esther's favorite TV shows were Wheel of Fortune, Survivor, which was watched as a family, Jeopardy, and her favorite soap, All My Children. Her TV heartthrob was Tom Selleck. He came second to Ray. Ray and Esther supported their kids in everything they did, often attending sporting events that Shelley and Garnet were part of. I played ball with Shelley for many years, and I always remember hearing this guy behind the backstop yelling at the umpire, telling him to start making decent calls, start wearing your glasses and stuff like that, and then watching Esther kind of slink away in embarrassment. Esther and Ray were a couple, but Esther had many personal interests as well. Knitting was a particular passion, and all her friends received special dishcloths in many colors. She would sit and watch TV and knit for hours. Esther bowled for years in a ladies' league and taught Shelley all her moves. She also went to painting class with Shelley, Garnet, and Bernice. She was a fantastic cook and baker. Christmas Eve was a big deal at the Kimber house. She spent hours and hours getting a huge variety of food together while Ray was in the living room singing with the Schrock family. Some of Esther's famous recipes were her cabbage rolls, deviled eggs, ribs, Nanaimo bars, and pumpkin pie. It's pretty amazing that Shelley and Garnet stayed as slim as they are, because some of us don't have that genetic quality where you can eat and eat and eat and not get fat. She loved organizing picnics at Rotary Lake with her grandchildren, Sydney and Aaron. KFC was the food of choice for the picnics. She loved watching Sydney play rugby and Aaron playing hockey. Esther was a prolific shopper, and whoever was shopping with her had to keep a close eye on what was going into the shopping cart, and often had to take things out of the shopping cart when Esther wasn't watching. She loved shopping for clothes for others, gifts for others. She loved shopping for clothes, purses, socks, shoes, and in particular writing pens. She loved collecting the writing pens. Once Sydney and Aaron grew up and the great-grandchildren started arriving, she thoroughly enjoyed babysitting, and this she did until she had the health issues. She loved playing backgammon with Aaron and Yahtzee, and it was rare that she lost at Yahtzee. The last time she played was with Connor, her great-grandson, and Connor beat her, which is a rarity because she never lost to anyone. I think Wayne and Sydney and Aaron helped Esther with a lot of the tech stuff with the computers, but and digital pictures and video games on the tablet. But Esther was quite the techie. She was quite savvy using technology. But she was always eager to learn and to learn more. As many of you know, Esther was an avid letter writer. She spent hours and hours writing letters, and sometimes it's, like Shelley was telling me near the end, she would write multiple letters to the same person, which Shelley would have to go and mail. Esther's life changed when her health deteriorated, but she kept a positive attitude. The trips to Edmonton included adventures such as shopping at the Southgate Mall, Winners, and visiting the Edmonton Zoo. Esther was quick to adapt once her health changed. She found new ways to communicate once her speech was lost. She often carried a writing pad with her and would write what she wanted to say. She was feisty and always battled hard against her health issues and never complained. Esther is survived by her children, Shelley and Garnet, grandchildren, Sydney and Aaron, great-grandchildren, Connor and Dawson, Bonnie and Lyle and their children, Tyler and Vanessa. Esther Kimber, daughter, sister, mother, wife, friend, and grandmother. You have left a legacy and you will be missed. Thank you. Thanks, Manuel.
Thank you, Jim, for the stories and memories you shared. They truly highlighted what a special person Mrs. Kimber was. I would now like to invite Marty Peterson, another longtime friend of Esther's and Button's, up to provide a musical tribute to Esther Kimber.
It's knowing that your door's always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. Keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. Keeps you ever gentle on my mind. I'm not clinging to the rocks and I'll be planted on some columns now that bind me. Or something that somebody said 'cause they thought we'd fit together walking. It's knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're living in the back road by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Well, the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us. And another woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and a summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. Not to where I cannot see you walking in the back roads, the river's ever gentle on my mind. So I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard's a rough and coal pile, dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cup cans round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find That's your living in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Thank you, Marty, for the beautiful musical tribute to Mrs. Kimber. At this time, the family would like to provide anyone in attendance with the opportunity to share a very brief remark and or a story or memory of Esther Kimber. If you wish, you can come up here. It is open mic. Absolutely. You got it?
I made it. Anyhow, I want to go back a ways. Early 60s were busy time. And my sister Roseanne was working with Esther at the dry cleaners. Esther was looking for a place to live, so Roseanne said, "Oh, come on home with me." So she did. It didn't take long, and she was part of the family, and for then and evermore. She wasn't very big, but she was a mind of her own. She married Buttons. Buttons thought he had a mind of his own too, but it was very comical because he got a little surprise. He came over one day and he said, "Jim," he said, "isn't a man supposed to be head of the household?" And I don't think I have to tell too much about Buttons. Mr. Ma did a pretty good job there. But anyhow, I was kind of flustered, and I said, "Well, I don't know." And anyhow, he found out that he met his match. She was not very big. She had a mind of her own, and she had determination coming and going. When she got sick, she said, "You got to fight, fight, fight," and she did right to the end. She was a great lady. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to come up and share a story or a thought for Mrs. Kimber? All right. At this time, I would like to invite Shelley up and Garnet to share a few words if you're comfortable.
Our mom. What can I say that you don't already know about our mom's journey? The strength she had was truly amazing, and the power of her being to carry on no matter what was to be in her future. She faced it every day with no fear. She loved with all her heart, and then some. I will miss her dearly. We will miss her dearly. All the talks and laughs and family get-togethers to see how she cared for all of us, her children, her grandchildren, her friends. her family, the guiding advice she gave us for all the years, and how she loved everyone. So dance, Mom. Sing loud, talk a lot, and eat. And enjoy your heavenly wings. Give Dad a hug from us. Cuddle whiskey. You will be missed from all of us. And we have a little thing at the end. That's what you wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom always gave us air hugs because she couldn't talk.
So we're going to give air hugs to Mom. Right back at you, Mom. Thank you.
So Garnet, pardon me, Garnet and Shelley put a slideshow together, and so we're going to have the opportunity to watch the slideshow right now. Certainly.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson, look out Jackson Town.
We'll go on down to Jackson, go ahead and wreck your hell. Go play your hand, you big talking man, make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson, go comb your hair.
Honey, I'm gonna snowball Jackson,
see if I care.
when I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson, you turn loose of my coat, 'cause I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. But they'll laugh at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a pony keg. They'll lead you around town like a scalded hound with your tail tucked between your legs. Yeah, go to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson behind my J-Pan plan.
Well, now we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson, ain't never coming back. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. Honey, we've been talking about Jackson.
Beneath its snowy mantle, cold and clean, the unborn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn to green. The snowbird sings the song he always sings, and speaks to me of flowers that will bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too, and anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within, for the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't win. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. untrue. And if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that he'll only break my heart again should I decide to stay. So little snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. What I love forever is untrue. And if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you.
Sometimes late at night I lie awake and watch her sleeping. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the lights and lay there in the dark. And the thought crosses my mind, if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, then she must face this world without me. Is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'Cause I've lost loved ones in my life who never knew how much I loved them. Now I live with the regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much she means to me, and avoid that circumstance where there's no second chance to tell her how I feel. 'Cause if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? Oh, and if my time on earth were through, and she must face this world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? So tell that someone that you love just what you're thinking of if tomorrow never comes.
If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go of the way, and I will always love you. I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that's all I am taking with me. Goodbye, please don't cry. We both know that I'm not what you need. But I will always love you. I will always love you. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all of this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
In closing, the family would like me to thank you for attending today and for all the kind words and support you've offered. So as we say our farewells to Esther Kimber, we say thank you for all that you gave to us in life. The warmth of your love, your humor and friendship, your help, guidance and wisdom, and the joy that you brought wherever you went. We will honor your memory by living our lives as you would want us to, and we will take the joy, following that video. We take the joy and the pleasure you had in life and share it freely with others. Mrs. Kimber, we honor you. Your departure we accept, your memory we cherish. And although there is grief today as we say goodbye, there is gratitude for your life. We are truly grateful for the privilege of having shared life with you. Rest now at the end of your days. Rest in the hearts and minds of all that love you. We will all miss you terribly until we meet again. Love you always.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like